So let's talk about the one thing that most people are not willing to talk with you about. If you've been trying to change your life, but you keep ending up in the same place, it's not because you're failing. It's because you're avoiding someone. That's right, you're avoiding someone. And that's something that most people won't tell you, and that's something that you yourself have not acknowledged to yourself. So let that sit for just one moment. Now, you've tried before, many times. You've made promises to yourself before, many promises. And by the way, you did mean those promises. And somehow, you're back here again. At some point, you see, you stopped asking, what do I need to do next? And you started asking yourself questions like, what's wrong with me? And it's okay, because if you're asking yourself those questions, it means that you're starting to look deeper, or you're starting to be willing to look deeper inside yourself for the answers that you know are already there. So let's talk about it. Hey, I'm Richard, and welcome back to the Walk-In Transformation Podcast. If you're just joining us, this is where faith meets real life. Not the polished version you see on social media, but the real life version that you live each and every day. Now, in this episode, we're going to talk about something near and dear to your heart, but something that you've been trying to avoid with all of your heart. We're going to talk about that part of you that you have been trying to avoid. Yeah, that part of you that you cannot avoid, but you've been trying. And by the way, I promise you, by the end of this episode, I promise you, your relationship with yourself will have deepened, because you will understand a little bit more why it is that you continue to return to the same behavior habits, to the same pattern habits, and the same behavior that you have been trying to remove yourself from. So, I know what it's like to look like you're holding it all together on the outside, and to feel like you're starting over on the inside again. You know, feeling like a house of cards that's fallen. I know what that feels like. Now, you've been trying to change your habits. I'll give you that. Yes, you have. And you've been trying hard. But you have been trying to change your habits without ever confronting the version of you that created the habits in the first place. Okay? That's backed by science. That is backed by science. And here's the reason for that. First, let me tell you that my favorite book says, as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. What that says is that the life that you keep returning to, the habits that you keep returning to, the patterns that you keep returning to, those are not just random. You see, those are habits, patterns, and the life that you've been building and maintaining from the inside out. So you don't go back because you're weak. No, you are not weak. You go back because that version of you feels familiar. And familiar feels safe, even when it's painful. Now, there's a very wise man who once said, most people would rather stay in a familiar pain that they recognize instead of stepping into an unfamiliar change that they don't understand. So your brain is wired to return to what it recognizes, and science proves that as well. Not better, but what's familiar. So even when you do decide to change, if your identity has not shifted, or if you're not working on changing your identity, your mind will pull you back to match what it believes to be true. Do you hear me? Your mind will pull you back to safety, even if what it believes to be true is not true. Now, another quote from my favorite book says, "Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind." It doesn't say be transformed by your habits. It doesn't say be transformed by your new routine first. Your mind is what has to be renewed in order for you to be transformed. Because transformation just doesn't start with what you do. It starts with how you think about yourself. And how you think about yourself results in how you see yourself. And how you see yourself soon produces how you feel about yourself. So let's do something here real quick, because I want you to start getting instant transformations, small micro changes that you could, say happen right away. Here's a question that I want you to ask yourself. What part of your life keeps repeating, even when you say you're done with that part of your life? Now, really think about that. What part of your life keeps repeating even when you say that you're done with that part of your life? That's pretty wild, isn't it? Yeah, it really is pretty wild. Now, in addition to that, this question is a little deeper. What version of you keeps showing up, no matter how many times you try to change? Now, that's the question right there. That is like the kicker. That's the question right there. What version of you keeps showing up, no matter how many times you try to change? Now, don't rush past this. Please don't rush past this at all. Now, maybe the problem isn't that you don't know what to do, but maybe it's that you just have not met or come face to face with the version of you that knows what to do and keeps doing it. Now, until you do, you're going to continue to try to solve a problem at the surface that's actually rooted much, much deeper. It's kind of like trying to putting a Band-Aid on a gunshot wound. Not really going to take care of much. Now, we all know the truth that we reap what we sow. Not only is that, spiritually proven, but it's also scientifically proven as well. And what we keep seeing in our lives over and over again, it comes from the patterns that we have planted and repeated and nourished and maintained over and over and over again. What does that mean to you? That means that you are not broken. That means that the habits and patterns that you have created have been consistent. Now, we hear so many people talk to us about, you just need to be more consistent. You need to be working on being more consistent. You need more consistency in your life. You don't need more consistency in your life. You're already consistent. All you have to do is look at your pattern, okay? You've consistently done the things necessary to get you into this place where you're back here again. And that should be good news, really, because what that means is this. You have to redirect what you're being consistent with. You have to redirect your habits of consistency. So you have to be consistent now with the habits, the behaviors, and the patterns that will get you not back here again, but where you want to go. And you can do it because you're already consistent. So the next time you catch yourself repeating something that you said you would not do again, don't try to fix it. Don't judge it. Just pause for a second and ask yourself, what version of me just showed up? What version of me just made an appearance right now? That's it. You see, because you cannot change what you won't acknowledge. And if you don't acknowledge this version of you that shows up, it's just going to keep showing up over and over and over again. So until you do meet that version of yourself, you're gonna keep trying to build a new life on top of the same foundation. Now, my favorite book also says you cannot put new wine into old wineskins because they will burst and the wine you will lose. It just makes simple sense. But some people spend years, even decades on this merry-go-round. And most people don't dig deep enough to figure out not so much how to get off, but why they're on this merry-go-round in the first place. And that keeps everybody just going around in a circle, in a circle, in a circle. And what that begins to do to, number one, your self-confidence is eroded. Number two, it starts to erode your faith in yourself and your trust in yourself. And the biggest thing, the most important thing is that it leads you to start believing that personal development and all of this stuff about me improving myself is just a big hoax, or it's just some woo-woo kind of stuff. And it's not that. It's just that you have not been told the right place to start. It's kind of like you're taking a trip from Maryland to California, and they're telling you, okay, here's your map. And by the way, it starts in South Carolina. It's not going to be a very fun trip, is it? No, it's not. So let's start taking a look at what's really going on here underneath the hood, underneath the surface. So in the next episode, we're going to talk about why that version of you keeps showing up, even when you don't want it to. And once you see that clearly, you'll finally understand how to get off that ride. You need to understand that you are not broken, that you are not a mistake, that you are not a secondary character or an understudy in your own movie. You are the featured character. You are the star in your movie, and you have always mattered. You have always been good enough. You are and have always been worthy. So now you understand that it's not you, but it is actually your habits, your pattern, your habitual behavior that continues, that your mind continues to draw you back to, because that is safe to your mind. But safety is not what you need. Safety is something that has been keeping you in a place that led to all of these questions and to you being on a merry-go-round. I want you to remember this here because it's really important. You have not missed anything, because it's never too late to transform your life on purpose.